I'm starting to think that this is probably gonna be a little bit of a weird one. Now I do own a Polaroid camera. I own the Polaroid Now Plus. Yeah, it was the Polaroid Now Plus. And the reason why I bought the Instax Mini was because they're kind of getting more popular with casual users, if that's something you can actually say. Casual users love the Instax Mini because it's more affordable than the Polaroid. Well, the film is more cheaper than the Polaroid film, and you know, yeah, that's about it. And it gives great results in that price range that it has. Which way does this go in? So I have not read the instructions, but hopefully this works. I got 20 pictures and we are gonna head to the streets to see how this works. And the reason why I wanted to test this out is because I got a wedding shoot coming up. I promised to have an Instax Mini there for the venue and they wanted to rent it out for a day. So I got myself an Instax Mini. Of course, I gotta try it out myself and see how it works and what kind of pictures it produces. So let's go to the streets. Okay, so looking at that, it is looking kind of cool. Let's see if we can take some shots of those shadows. Okay, so what it does, it first prints this. Let's do this again. How do you turn the flash off? That's something that I'd love to know. Okay, so this is the size of it, and what you do not want to do is keep it in the light and start flapping it around, you know? You just put it in your pocket and let it develop for 2 minutes or so. And I'm just gonna put photos with my phone onto the screen so you can see what those pictures turn out to be like. Now the Instax Mini 12, well, it doesn't have that much kind of options than for example, the Polaroid Now Plus, if you think about it. So it's just got on and close up and off. Of course, compared to the Polaroid Now Plus, you got a selfie mirror right here that kind of helps you to take self-portraits if you want to. So the next shot that I'm thinking about is taking a shot of that yellow building down at the end of the road and watching those people, you know, walk down the road. So I'm just gonna use the close-up setting and see how that works on this one right here. One of my favorite places right here, Hanko Sushi. Let's see if we could actually take a photo. You can actually make it a self-portrait because you can see my reflection from there, but I'm just gonna take a picture of the window and I'm actually gonna wait for somebody to pass by. That would be kind of nice. Still kind of figuring out how to turn off the flash. It's got a lot of indicators here and it tells the camera what to do, but taking a flash every time just doesn't feel right. So I don't know. Yeah, so the flash is working kind of too good and the close-up shot didn't work out as I wanted it to. Gotta figure out really how to use this camera correctly. Maybe the close-up wasn't a good idea. Just gonna quickly Google out, can I turn off the flash of this camera? Automatic exposure and flash control. So that's a bit of a bummer because it is bright daylight here. It's like 9 a.m. in the morning. You got some nice shadows, some nice sunlight, and for some reason it wants to use the flash. I don't like that at all. I mean, if you think about it, think about like a wedding reception, etc., where people wanna, where the couple wants to, you know, have this memory book of the wedding, where the guests take photos of themselves and post them onto that book, or, you know, glues them onto the book with a message or something. So usually that's taken inside. So it's better to have that flash. But if I'm having a venue outside or something like that and it decides to use the flash and overexpose the pictures, oh boy, that's a bummer. Okay, I'm gonna try and see what it looks like if I use a lot of empty space and take a picture of leaves. That sign is kind of cute. You know, this is like spending your money on, wasting your money on something that isn't relevant, but, well, okay, that's even better. Well served here. So we were closed. Well, I think I'm gonna take a picture of this one. Oh boy, but yeah, if we're gonna have the flash, then it's gonna bounce it off the, well, I'm just gonna go for it. Sorry, we're closed. Yep, it took it with the flash. I'd really like to take a picture of a person, but this camera isn't subtle. First of all, it makes a lot of noise when printing out the photo, and second of all, well, you guessed it, the freaking flash. Heading uptown because usually there's some beautiful buildings and sites and stuff like that around here. Let's try and take a moving shot. I doubt that turned out well, a moving shot, you know, a panning shot. We'll see, we'll see. This early in the morning, there's not a lot of people roaming around, so trying to decide if it's worth the wait for an intersection shot, because I have no idea, even though I wait, that are those people behind me gonna come and go across. Now's a chance. Let's see what happens. I walk and take the photo. Actually, that moving shot, panning shot turned out kind of cool. It's a little bit overexposed because the sun is shining just towards the camera, but it still gives a nice vibe to it. Maybe I was wrong about the flash. Let's take a building shot, just for the sake of it, and see how it turns out. Two shots left on the first roll, and I haven't had my morning coffee yet, so
I might as well go and get some coffee after the first roll and gather my thoughts before using the second roll. Kilos. Okay, so I took a photo back at the coffee house of myself. Just tried, taking a selfie, and well, it actually works pretty fine when taking selfies and portraits. It looks really good. The lighting is perfect. The person in the photo, that is me right now, is actually looking pretty good. But the further away you go from the subject, the more blurry, the more unsharp the photo gets. So that is why this camera is pretty much made for those kind of, like I said, taking memories and situations when you're with your family and friends. Okay, minus the photo that I took back at the coffee house with the 7 shots left. I got a few notes of this camera, so stick around till the end. I'm just gonna take these 7 shots and talk to you about what I really think about this camera. Let's take a beautiful flower shot. It's so sunny, so sunny. Want a more closer shot of flower. Let's take it. No, maybe that one. I am swaying like a tree in the wind when I took that photo, so hopefully it'll come out great. This spot right here is one of my favorite spots to take street photos when people are sitting down and, having a coffee or beer. Something like that. Now it's just empty. It looks kind of interesting in its own way, but oh yeah, let's take a photo. We'll see afterwards if it's interesting at all. Try to put it straight and try not to hit the flash and the counter, the meters and everything. For some reason, I couldn't get my GoPro preview to work. I don't have any idea right now if the GoPro is straight or if it's pointing in the right directions. Hopefully so you're not seeing too much of the sky or you're not seeing too much of the ground. But we're going with what we got. I really love it how people get creative with using like these old cars and stuff just to have, a bar and stuff like that. I think I could take a nice photo of it. Let's see. so much happening right now. Maybe. We'll see. Avenue, one of my favorite places. It's the only place where you get Asahi around here. Unless you go and buy from the shop, of course, but in a bar. I haven't seen it anywhere else. Asahi is a Japanese, really, how would you say it, refreshing kind of beer. I don't really know what kind of composition I'm going for here. Let's just take it. Photo. One more. Actually heading inside anyway, so might as well take a photo from here. See people coming out, heading in. That's it. That's the last of the photos. So I'm just gonna head back to the car and let's see what we got. Now, just a heads up, this is a user experience of me using a Polaroid style camera. If you're a person that loves taking Polaroids and that's your artistic style, go ahead, just do that, because that is something unique, at least, and that's okay. You can do whatever you want with photography and what kind of pictures you want to take if that is your artistic style. But straight on to the fact that I don't think that this is my kind of jam and peanut butter. I could actually go for a peanut butter and jam sandwich right now. But I'm just gonna use this as I've used my actual Polaroid camera, taking memories. Now, there's no way I can compare these two because I got both of them. So first of all, when you're taking pictures with a Polaroid camera, there's a lot of different kind of options. You can actually connect an application to it. You can turn off the shutter. The downside is that it underexposes pictures a lot with the automatic settings. Now, this was taken on a bright sunny day and it's still underexposed. With this, it overexposes pictures, at least in my case. It uses the flash a lot, like in the picture where the guy was coming out of the store. It just used the flash and it bounced off straight onto my face, and I could see this black dot because it overexposed a lot. It overexposed a lot. So it's not great for street photography. But when I took that selfie, I realized that this is that kind of camera that you use to take memories and you use to, you know, capture moments, because that is great for that. You can get close to those people that matter to you and take that picture. Otherwise, I wouldn't go to the streets with this unless that's your style. Like I said, anything goes. If you're a Polaroid shooter and you get great pictures with Polaroid and you like doing street photography with it, do it. Just do it. But otherwise, this isn't, like I said, my peanut butter and jam at all. My cup of tea, not in a long mile. I can't see myself using this in the future for street photography. Now, just quickly, a few things. If you do not own a Polaroid camera and you're thinking about getting one and you've never used one, first of all, the Polaroid and the Insta360, here is the size comparison of those photos. So Instax Mini and Polaroid. Polaroid gives you the square and the Instax Mini gives you this rectangular, small kind of picture. Now, if you've gotten used to normal cameras and you're going to use a Polaroid camera, the viewfinder isn't connected anyway into the lens. So if you're focusing on something, you're not gonna know if it's on focus. So the rule is that an arm's length away. So if your arm is hitting the subject and you're looking at your at your or from your viewfinder, you know that the subject is in focus. Like the picture with the flowers that I took it too close. I didn't check if I was an arm's length away, and everything came out pretty blurry. And that's about it for the Polaroid cameras. So if you're thinking about getting Polaroids, they're great for capturing memories and, you know, moments with family and friends, stuff like that. That is a great camera, at least for me. Not so much for street photography. And if you are thinking about, you know, buying one for weddings, etc., it's a great thing to have in weddings. People love taking photos with an Instax camera and giving you moments, capturing moments from that wedding or another event, from birthday party or something like that. So, okay, that's it for the video today. Hope you liked it. If you did, remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.